Hello everybody and welcome back to the Great Guitar Build-Off Part 1. And I say welcome back, if you didn't catch the, first episode, my Part 0, where I went over the inspirations and everything behind the guitar, you can check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Anyway, today we're building the body for my Japanese-inspired guitar, which I'm calling the Conway. I'm trying to go for 60s Japan, Taisco, Gaia Tone, Matsumoku, all those kind of guitars. If you don't know what I'm on about, go and check out that Part 0. I talk a little bit more in depth about some of the models that I'm going for and everything like that. But anyway, we're on to the main attraction now, building the actual thing. So to cut out the body, I used the router that I have here, just taking it down a few millimeters at a time. I don't have a bandsaw or a beefy enough jigsaw or anything to cut the body out. Which obviously is, I guess, the proper way to do this. But I used what I had and routed the body out like this. It takes a long time. You want to go slowly. And I did have issues with the route bit just getting really, getting a lot of friction as the cut gets quite deep. But anyway, it turned out quite well in the end. Very minimal tear out and very minimal burning on it. There is going to be a binding strip routed in the top of the body and a round over bit on the back, as well as a carve on the a sort of breast carve on the instrument. But I don't actually get round to that today in this episode. Here with my center line, I'm just measuring out where I want all the various cavities to be, and with my square and then the pickup cover, I'm just measuring out those pickup cavities to route out and where they should be, as well as this top control cavity. And again, if you're wondering why it's in that kind of odd position, go and check out my Part 0. I talk about some of the guitars that sort of inspired decisions like that amongst others, and here I'm just figuring out how the minimum size that this cavity needs to be for the jack to sit nicely in there. In terms of routing out the cavities, I didn't want to make bespoke templates for each cavity. Instead, I just got some plywood, hit it with a plane to make sure it was dead straight, and then used every cavity I did was straight lines, so I just used that to sort of just connect the dots up until I had a proper cavity, and then it's just a case of going down. Obviously you can use a drill and maybe a force and a bit and drill out these cavities. I didn't end up doing that because I don't really have any suitably large drill bits, but it definitely would save some time. And in terms of the pickup routes, you can see me with it there. I actually did half the pickup size, so I'd put it down on one side of where I plan to route, and then I would do that and then flip it around and do the other side, and then they connect up and make a full pickup sized route for the instrument. As it's a lot more time consuming to make a full sized template, and I didn't really want to waste my time on something I didn't need to. One decision that has changed since the Part 0 is that all of the scratch plates and control plates are now going to be made out of metal, and as you can see, what I'm doing here with the chisel is just marking out the edges of the control plate, and I did this with the scratch plate as well, and the tailpiece at the back there. So all of those are going to be made out of steel, and all of them are going to be set into the guitar, so they're flush with the surface of it. I thought it'd give it quite a unique look. It's not something I've seen on any other instrument. And here I am cutting out the tailpiece area, similar to like Guiatone LG60s, and I have a DeFill at the moment with this style tailpiece where there'll be 6 holes going through it for the strings to sit through. Quite a traditional style for these older Japanese guitars, and I quite like the system. I thought I'd do the wiring as well to get that out of the way. We're using a master volume and tone, and then 4 two-way toggle switches for pickup on and off, respectively, for bridge and neck. And then a series and parallel switch, and then also the phase, in and out phase switch. And that about wraps up what I did this month. I did do some work on the neck, and next episode will be focusing on the neck. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Good luck to everybody else in the competition.